Hi guys, good evening everyone. You guys are able to see my screen, right? Okay. So before getting started, let me know like in a brief information about your profiles. By that, I can get understand like how exactly we can go with our training here. Just let me know that any previous experience you are having it, or any other knowledge tools you will be having it. Go ahead with anyone.
Suresh, this is Rajesh here.
Yeah, tell me, Rajesh. Yeah.
I'm working as a manual tester for overall with experience of 3 years.
Okay.
So I'm looking into now RPA basically. So I'm not sure how this is going to help me with the testing background and RPA going forward.
Okay.
So
Any automation tool experience you have?
I have a knowledge, but not experience.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. Thank you. Next.
Hi Suresh, Satish this side. Yeah,
Yeah. Tell me.
I'm from some of the automation background. I have almost like 5 years of automation experience. So my basic question here I have is like how it is different from the traditional automation tools like VFT, Selenium.
Yeah. We'll discuss on it. Okay. So your total experience is?
5 years.
Okay. That's okay. No issues. Next. Mainframe developer. Okay. Fine. Okay, guys. Okay, let's go ahead. Myself is Suresh. I'm having with the 11 years of IT experience. Okay, so which will includes manual testing and then automation testing. So my whole career, most of the time is moving into the automation testing only. Previously, we have a very rich experience working with the different kind of automation tools, like working with the QTP and then auto ID, which work with the different kind of automation. And after that, I have been started working with the RPA automation. In that RPA automation, particularly having with the experience with working with the blueprism here. Okay. So currently, I was working as a one of the manager, which was dealing with this RPA projects here. Okay, that's a brief information about me. Okay. So, so if we take with the today's session, okay. So the today's session, it's not like any technical things we are doing it. We are not making any technical things or anything. Getting understanding that like what exactly mean by this blue prism, or what exactly mean by this RPA. Okay, so we'll get understand like what exactly mean by this RPA, and how the RPA market will be there, and how exactly our training will be done, which will be discussing about that particular things here. Okay, let's get understand on it. So this is what which I will be taking with the today's agenda here, which I will be getting understanding that what exactly mean by this RPA, and what exactly the RPA tools are available in the market, and how the job market will be there, and which will be discussing about our Blue Prism course content here. Okay, right. Let's look into that. The very first thing. So if I'm taking with the RPA as part of the definition, okay. So as part of the definition, which I will be mentioning that RPA is nothing but robotic process automation. Okay. As part of the definition, it is mentioning that robotic process automation. That means what exactly mean by this? Let's understand in a very clear what exactly mean by this RPA here. Okay. Right. The very first thing is all the people has been aware about with the SDLC. Okay, as you guys are having with the experience, we are already aware of the concept of SDLC, mentioning that software development life cycle. Right? If we take with the SDLC, mentioning that software development life cycle. So if I'm taking with the SDLC, what exactly we'll be doing? The very first activity is which you will be taking with the requirements, right? So the very first thing is we will be gathering with the requirements here. Okay. Once we are clear about with the requirements, then we will be getting starting with the development or nothing but which we will be taking with the coding. And after that, which you will be taking with the testing. First, you will be taking with the requirement, then you will be getting starting with the development, nothing but coding. And after that, you will be taking with the testing. Again, if I'm taking with the testing, under testing, you will be getting with the two things here. One, you will be mentioning that manual testing, and the one you will be taking with the automation testing, right? So one you will be saying that manual testing, and the one you will be saying that automation testing. Manual testing, which is need to be done by manually, but if we take with the automation testing, okay, which you will be mentioning that testing done by the tool here. If we take with the automation testing, the testing activities need to be done by the tool here. If I'm taking with the tools which we can take like QTP, or which you will be taking with the Selenium, or you will be taking with the Sikuli, lot of automation tools are there which you will be taking with any of the different tools here. Right. That means whenever we are taking with the testing, already in a market, we are having different kind of automation tools are there. That means for the IT industry, automation is not like any new thing here. From the very long back, already in most of the projects, we are taking with the help of the different kind of automation tools here. Okay. But suddenly nowadays, most of the time, the people are hearing about with the new thing mentioning like RPA. Okay. So if we take our previous 1 year back or 6 months back, most of the people doesn't know about with the RPA here. Right. But suddenly nowadays, all the ways in most of the time, the people are hearing about with the name of the RPA. Okay. So this is mentioning that robotic process automation. Okay. So which it is mentioning that robotic process automation. Now you can understand the difference here. If with the testing, here also we are having automation, and RPA also mentioning with the automation. But what exactly making you the difference here? If I'm taking in this phase, if I'm taking with the testing point of view, we are doing with the automation testing, but this is related to particular functionality. That means we are getting tested whether that particular button is working or not, or either that particular page has been getting loaded or not. That what we are taking with the automation here. But if I'm taking with the RPA, it is also automation only, but this automation is related to particular process. Here you are taking with the particular functionality, but here you are taking with the particular process. This process you are getting automated with the help of the one robot. Okay, so you are getting implementing with the automation of particular process with the help of the robot. Okay, that means why specifically it is mentioning as a robo is if I'm taking with the human being. Okay, if I'm taking with the human being as a normal human being, how we are getting interacting with the system. Okay, as a normal human being, how we are interacting with the system. That means mouse over activities or keyboard actions, anything. As a normal human being, how we are interacting with the system, in a similar manner, our robo also will be interacting. Robo means not like any software robo. Sorry, it's not like any hardware robo. This is we are developing in a software robo here. It's not like we are designing or we are manufacturing any robots. We are not taking manufacturing any of the robots here. Here we are trying to develop in a one software robot. As a normal human being, how you will be interacting with the system, in a similar manner our software robot will be interacting with. So that I will be mentioning that one human being is equal to one robot, or we can say that one human being is equal to one robot is equal to one system, and the one system will be equal to the one bot here. Human being and a system are normal terminologies. Robo and a bot are related to the RPA terminologies. Okay, most of the time in interviews they'll be asking in a question like how many bots you have been got developed it, or how many robots you got developed it here. Okay, so for that it will be mentioning that one human being will be equal to one robot, and one robot will be equal to one system, and which it will be saying that one system will be equal to the bot here. So if you understand it, the major difference is existing automation tools are related to particular functionality. To cross-check that particular functionality is working or not, we are taking existing automation tools. But the new RPA tool is to get automated particular process. It will be getting in a doubt like what exactly mean by this process here. Take a best example, data entry projects. Most of the time we are very clear about with the data entry projects, right? If I'm taking with the data entry projects, okay, so if we take with the data entry projects, as a data entry guy or as a data entry employee, what that guy will be doing every day, he need to be come to the office, and after that he will be opening in a one Excel and then read the data from Excel, right? So read with the data from Excel, right? And after that getting opening with the Excel, reading with the data from Excel, and then which it will be getting entering into the data. Okay, need to be get enter the data. So which it will be mentioning that enter the data. One it will be mentioning that read the data, sorry, open Excel file, read the data from Excel and enter into application. We can say that enter into application and then taking with the validation and then generating the report. Right. As a data entry guy, every day, what is the work he will be doing? every day need to be come to the office, and after that he need to be get open with the Excel. He need to be get open with the Excel file and then reading with the data from the Excel file and then entering into the application, taking with the validation and generating the report. Assume that if I'm taking with the role of the data entry guy, either he is working for 1 month or he is working for 6 months, every day he will be doing with the same activity, right? So if he is working for 6 months or he is working for 1 year, every day the data entry guy will be doing with the same activities. Nothing but we are doing very repeated activity. That is how RPA has been came into the market. That means what exactly RPA is mentioning is, if I'm taking this particular process, mentioning that as a human being or entry employees are doing very repeated activity for the same day, right? For that you are maintaining with the multiple employees. Rather than maintaining multiple employees, you can reduce with the head count. Assume that you are having 10 employees. Reduce with the 5 employees, maintain 5 employees only. Remaining 5 employees, whatever the work they are doing it, the same activity my robo will be doing it. So what exactly our employees are doing? Getting opening Excel, reading the data, enter into application, take with the validation and generate the report. Now if I'm taking my software robo, so my software robo also will be performing with the same thing. Okay, so that is how the RPA has been came into the market here. Still, if we take with another example, the example of BPO projects. If I'm taking with the BPO projects, most of the time you will be getting two different kind of projects. One you will be taking voice related and one you will be taking non-voice related. So if I'm taking with the voice related, that means we need to be take with the calls only. But if I'm taking with the non-voice related, non-voice related is nothing but we need to be provide with the answers in the email, or most of the time we need to be provide the reply in the chat window. Nowadays most of the websites are maintaining with the chat box, right? So there the people will be giving the question and they need to be given a reply. Most of the banking sector got implemented with this RPA. So how exactly it is? Let's take a best example of HDFC Bank. Not only HDFC Bank, as an example I'm taking this, most of the banking sector got implemented with the RPA. Okay. Just a second, guys. Let me get open this particular website. Okay, let me get open this particular website here. Now we can see here, if I'm taking this particular website, okay. So once you go to this main web page, so here you are able to see with the one particular feature, okay. So if you look into this, in this you are getting with the one important feature, I mean one new feature got implemented here, mentioning that Ask Eva. Okay, before RPA technology is not there into the market, this feature is not got implemented in the banking website. Once RPA has been came into the market, most of the banking website got implemented these kind of feature. So what exactly this feature is? Let's click on it. Once I'm performing with the click activity, now we can see here. Okay, once I'm taking with the click activity, it is opening it. It is clearly mentioning that my name is Eva and I'm chatbot here. It is clearly mentioning that I'm a chatbot here. Nothing but we already mentioned that one bot is equal to one system and one system is equal to one robo and one robo is equal to the one human being. That means with this chatbot, it is equal to one human being. You can see here. I'm just typing in a hi. Now we can see here it is giving an. So this reply is not coming from any of the human person. Previously, all the banking website banks are maintaining the employees to perform this activity, but now it got getting managing with the software robots here. For example, which I will be mentioning it, which I will be taking with the address. Then you can see here, it is asking for name of the branch. Then you will be typing it. Then it is giving the list of the all the branch details. So previously the employees are, I mean, the banks are maintaining with the employees. Now it got automated here. Okay. So here, this is how RPA is getting implemented. That means whatever the human being are doing with the repeated activities, to get automated those kind of repeated activities, we are taking with the help of the RPA. But we are not implementing here chatbot anything. That is not we are automating. To get understand RPA technology, I have been given that example here. Okay. The main objective of RPA is it may be any work. It may be banking projects, insurance project, manufacturing, anything, or it may be any application, web-based application, window-based applications, mainframe applications, any applications. If you are performing any repeated activity, to get automated that repeated activities, we are taking with the help of the RPA here. Okay, so this is what which it will be taking with the major difference between existing automation tools and which it will be taking with the new concept of RPA here. Okay, so clear up to this? Any clarifications from here? Okay, now if I'm taking with the RPA means it's not like an individual tool here. Okay, under RPA again you will be getting with the different tools here. Okay, so if I'm taking with the RPA is not like an individual tool here. Under RPA, which you will be getting with the different tools here. Okay, that means if I'm taking with the RPA, under RPA, we are having one tool is which you will be taking with the blueprism, and which it will be taking with the one more tool that will be mentioning that automation anywhere. Okay, and which it will be mentioning that UiPath will be taking with the OpenSpan. So if I'm taking with the RPA, under RPA, again we are having different kind of automation tools here. Okay, now it's not like only 4 tools here. As an example, I have been mentioning with the 4 tools here, but apart from this, we are having some other tools also available here. But we can see that these are all the major tools available in the market related to the RPA. If we take these tools also, among these things, the major market has been occupied with these two here. When you compare these two also, the more market has been getting moving into the blue prism. If you refer any of the job website or Naukri or anything, or if you look into any of the job openings, most of the time we are able to see with the openings with the blue prism. Because of the some security features in the blue prism, we are getting with the more market with this particular tool here. Okay, and even if we take our training also, we'll be taking with the help of the blue prism here. Okay, so now to get started with the blue prism, do we have any prerequisite here? So to get started working with the blue prism, or if you want to be learn with the blue prism, we don't have any prerequisite here. Okay, so we don't have any prerequisite here. Anyone can get started getting working with the blue prism. The people who is having with the interest to start with the career with the RPA, then you can get started learning it. And moreover, most of the time, the people will be mentioning that need to be learned with the combination of the tools. But it's not like mandatory. There is no concept or there is no condition need to be take with the combination of the tools here. If you are comfortable to get work with the any one tool, that will be the more enough. But in that we are telling with the blue prism, once the people are learning with the blue prism, automatically very easily get learn with the remaining tools also. Okay, all right. So now if I'm taking with the blue prism, what exactly we are going to learn here. Okay, right. So if I'm taking with the blue prism, the very first thing which we need to be get understand about with the tool overview here. Okay, so we'll be getting understanding about with the tool overview, and after that we'll be discussing about with the tool installation. That means if I'm taking with the Prism, it's not like in a freeware, which is as a license tool here. Okay, so for that, how the tool need to be get installed, what are the license we have been required, everything will be getting provided from our side here. You guys will not be worried about any of the license and not worried about with the installation here. Okay. How the installation need to be done, what are the steps need to be followed, everything I have been already prepared with the one document, including with the screenshot I will be getting with the document, and at the same time we'll be taking with the one session on the installation process. By that, you guys will be able to get installed with the Blue Prism tool in your systems here. And license also minimum 2 years it will be working it here. After that also still if you want to be use it, it can get approaches, you will be able to get work with that particular tool. No concept of like expiring within a 2 weeks or 3 weeks or anything here. Okay, so once you guys has been ready with the tool installation, then we'll be getting started with the actual things here. Okay, so that is which it will be discussing about with the stages. Okay, so which will be discussing about with the stages. Okay, so once we are completed with the tool installation, then we'll be discussing about with the stages. So what exactly mean by stages is whenever we are taking with any other automation tools, we need to be take with the program, right? Nothing but you will be writing some code, Java code or .NET or anything. But in Blue Prism, there is no concept of the programming. Everything it will be taking with the drag and drop. So this is what it will be getting with the Blue Prism tool environment here. Okay, So if I'm taking with it any of the existing one, okay, let me take with it the existing one here. So if I get open with the existing one, here I will be able to see that everything is like a flow diagrams here. No concept of the program. And everything you will be taking drag and drop. Assume that you want to be enter some data into the text box, then you will be taking right stage. You want to be take with the right activity, you are taking right stage. You want to be take some condition or you want to be take some loop, everything you will be writing it. No concept of the coding, just we will be taking with the drag and drop. But whenever we are taking with the drag and drop, we need to be get understand that what is the functionality of these things here. So these are considered as a stages. Okay, we need to be get understand that what exactly the functionality of each and every stages. So first, we will be getting understanding that what exactly the functionality of the stages. That is what we'll be discussing it. Okay. So once we are clear about with the stages, and after that we will be discussing about end-to-end process, or which it will be taking with the end-to-end flow. Okay. So which we will be taking with the end-to-end process, or we will be taking with the end-to-end flow. Okay, so now once we are clear about individual stages, then we will be getting started developing with the end-to-end scenarios. By this, more will get completed. And after that, which we'll be discussing about with the one more new concept that we will be taking with the surface automation. What exactly mean by surface automation is, in a simple manner you can get understand like related to the images. That means take with the best example is capture. Till now we don't have any automation tool where we can get automated with the capture here, right? But if I'm taking with the blueprism tool, we are having with the possibility to get automated with the captcha also. Okay, that means whenever you are working with the blueprism tool, in case if you're having any image, from the image if you want to be read any data, we can get that kind of activities also. That is what we will with the surface automation here. Okay, and after that, which we'll be discussing about with the Windows application. That means getting automated with the window-based applications here, right? So once we got automated with the window-based applications, then we'll be discussing about some extra features that we'll be discussing like user roles, working with the PDF file and taking with the scheduling activities. All those things we will be discussing it. Okay, so this is what in a very high level, which it will be taking over with the course content of the Blue Prism here. And the whole training is, it's not like any theory part or it's not like any practical. I mean, the whole training you will be taking into the project testing. From the day one, you will be taking with the one particular project, and then we'll be getting understanding that how we can get automated that particular application with the help of the Blue Prism. So if we take with the real-time scenarios, how exactly Blue Prism will get started from the scratch level and how it will be taken with the release activity from starting to ending, we'll be getting understanding it here. Okay, we'll be getting started from very basic level and then it will be closing into the advanced level. Okay, so no concept of the programming or no concept of the coding. We doesn't require any programming knowledge, just we will be taking everything into the drag and drop and then we will be getting executed that particular things. For example, you can see here, this is a very small robot we have been designed it, which it is starting with the execution. opening with the application, typing with the username and password, waiting for some particular time, performing keyboard activities, selecting the value from drop down, searching an employee, taking with the logout activity, close the application. You can see here. Let me take with the run here. If I'm taking with the run activity, now we can see that it is getting opening with the application and getting typing with the username, typing with the password. Now it will be taking with the login activity. Once login has been completed, it will be taking with the logout and then it will be closing with the application. So this is getting automated, that particular process here. So like this, a project requirement, we need to be get understand that what are all the process need to be get automated here. Selected the value from drop down, searching for an employee, now taking with the logout and closing with the application. So this is how we need to be get understand that how exactly we can get develop with the different kind of the software robots. According to the project requirement, we need to be get understand that how we can get design it or develop it. But to perform anything, no concept of the programming, no concept of the coding, everything you will be taking with the drag and drop. If we take any of our existing automation tools like QTP, Selenium, or any automation tools, it's mandatory that user requires some basic programming knowledge, but here no concept of the programming knowledge. Everything it will be taking with the drag and drop, and then it will be getting automated that respective steps here. Okay.
Suresh, I have one basic question here.
Yeah.
So let's say I have some functionality which is not covered with Blue Prism. For example, I just want to sort one of the web table. Okay. And assume if that functionality, I mean, already developed some code is not available in the Blue Prism as a built-in feature. So is there any provision to write some custom code?
Yeah. So we are having with the possibility to write with the custom code here. 95% of the time will not be writing any of the code here. In any circumstances, if we don't have the possibility to get implemented with the future with the drag and drop, then they have been given option of the one stage that it will be taking with the code stage. So here, which it will be writing with the respective programming. So how we'll be writing our Java code in a similar manner, which it will be writing with the code in C#. We are having three languages here. One it will be taking with the C#, and one it will be taking Visual Basic, and which it will be taking Visual J#. Most of the time, if required, the people will get prefer to get right with the C# coding here. So that option is also available in the Blue Prism. 95% of the time, you will not be using this particular feature, but if required, with the possibility to take with the coding also. Okay. So clear up to this? Any clarifications from here?
Okay. Just one more question out of my curiosity. So basically in your practical implementation, as per your experience, generally are you going to use C# or VB scripting? Because VB script itself has some limitations, right?
Yeah, we'll be taken with the C#. First preference will be going to the C#, and after that it will be preferring with the VB.
Okay.
Because if we take with this Blue Prism in a backend architecture, it is getting working with the based on the .NET framework. Okay, so it is working. The major part is getting supported with the Microsoft only. That too, they have been given a .NET framework in the backend which is getting implemented. But we are not bothered about all the .NET framework and everything here. So as it is getting supporting with the major thing with the Microsoft, we used to be take with the help of C# coding here. But to take any programming, we'll prefer to take with the C# only. Okay. Any other questions from anyone? Fine. So now the whole thing, just for our understanding purpose, the whole training I got get divided into the different kind of the module wise here. Just for our learning part, I mean to make our training part is very easy. Just it got divided into the different kind of the module wise. Let's look into that how exactly we are doing it. The very first thing is RPA. So we already mentioning that this is nothing but robotic process automation. We are doing with the automation only, but we are taking automation of the particular process with the help of the one robot. Specifically, it is mentioning as a robot because as a normal human being, how we are interacting with the system in a similar manner we are getting interacting it. Okay. And if I'm taking with the process done with the RPA, okay. If we take with the process done with the RPA, so here the manual resources are doing it. The same activity our software robots will be doing it here. Right. And these are the different type of the tools available in the market, which already we have been mentioning it here. And this is who exactly joined this course. No concept of like only experienced guys need to be do it or freshers has to be do it. The people who want to be get started their career with the RPA, anyone can get started working with this here, because there is no concept of any programming or no concept of any coding here. Why specifically we have to be learn with the blueprism? We can see that if we take with the blueprism, it will get supported with all the platforms here. It can get work with the banking domain, insurance sector, manufacturing, or it can get work with the Windows applications or web applications or anything. Okay, it's not like specific to one particular project or anything. So because of that, we are expecting with the huge growth while working with the blueprism here. Okay, and this is what our agenda here, which we will be taking with the module 1, and module 1 which will be getting understanding about with the overview of RPA here. Next we will be taking with the module 2, that we will be taking with the which we will be taking with the stages. Then we will be taking with the module 3, understanding about end-to-end process. And then we will be taking with the surface automation, working with the images, and which we will be taking with the module 5, working with the Windows application, and then we will be taking some additional features here. Okay, module 1 majorly will be understanding what exactly the RPA life cycle and what are the different kind of the documents need to be get prepared here. And then module 2, working with the different kind of the stages, what exactly the functionality of each and every stages, that will be discussing it. Module 3 will be getting started creating with the end-to-end flows. It's the same concept or like frameworks. If we take QTP, Selenium, any other automation tools, it will be having the concept of the framework. In a similar manner, here we will be taking with the help of the end-to-end flows. Next, we will be taking with the surface automation, working with the images and everything. And then it will be taking Windows application, getting automated with the Windows application. And then we'll be discussing about some additional features, working with the PDF files, and then what are the standards need to be followed, working with the schedule activities, all those things we'll be discussing it. If we take with the whole picture, module 1 is overview of RPA, module 2 working with the different stages, and module 3 which we will be taking with the end-to-end flow. Module 4 is surface automation, module 5 Windows application, and module 6 which we will be taking with the additional features. Okay, so this is how which we will be taking with our whole training here. Okay, and it is clearly mentioning that our target is not like to take any theory part or anything here, which it will be taking with the practical oriented. From the day 1 itself, it's like you will be taking with the one project and will get understand that how we can get automated that particular project with the help of the blueprism here. it will be taking with the one Windows application and which it will be taking with the web application. So I can say you that by the end of this particular training, it will be getting understanding. You will get understand that how exactly we can get automated. Yeah, sorry. So by the end of the training, we can get understand like how exactly we can get automated with the particular web application or which will be taking with the particular application. We'll be getting started from very basic level and which it will be getting ending with the very advanced level here. So this is what which will be taking with the whole overview of the particular training here. Okay. And this is already we seen that there is no concept of like a coding or anything, just will be taking with everything which you will be taking with the drag and drop here. Okay, so this is how which I will be taking with the our training part and which it will be taking with the details about with the Blue Prism tool here. Okay, so any clarification from here? Any sort of questions you can get asked with me? So all the details are clear here.
Yeah, I just have one question, Satish here.
Yeah.
So, can we also automate the interactions with the backend applications or web services with this?
Web services we can get automated. I mean, backend means in case of it is related to the UI, we are having with the possibility. But particularly if you are having with the API testing, that means if you are having with the web services testing, we are having with the possibility to get automated that part also. So by default and built-in, we are having with the one feature which they have been given option of the web services here. So this is the one option you will be having it according to the requirement. Whatever the web service you want to be get added, which it will be taking with the adding that particular web service, then we can get automated that particular part here. Okay, so we are having that particular feature, and apart from that, in case if you're having any specific requirement to get take with the data, I mean if you want to be retrieve the data from any of the database, or if you want to be read with the data from the Excel file, so that option also will be possible while work with the Blue Prism. Okay, it's not like any new tool here, it's not like any new major things we are doing it. It's a concept of normal automation tool only. With the help of normal automation tools, what exactly we are getting implemented, the same thing we are getting implemented with the RPA also. But the only major part is if we take another things we required with the programming part, but here there is no concept of the programming part. That is what making you the major difference here. Okay, clear on it?
Yeah.
Any other clarifications from anyone?
Suresh, you will be dealing with the real-time projects, right, during this course?
Yeah, we'll be taking with the one particular project, which it will be taking with the one project is related to the HR domain here. We'll be taking that particular project, and the same project will be giving in a practice purpose also here. So by that, once you are, I mean, whatever the things we are discussing it, that everything you will be getting practiced on the same thing. And at the same time, I have prepared with the one lab checklist they will be having it, and which it will be having with the assignments of the day-to-day assignments here. So whatever the things we are getting discussing in each and every session, so related to that particular session, what exactly need to be take with the practice, that is also we have been planned it here. Okay, So this is what one sheet you will be having with the assignment. I mean, for the practice purpose to get understand with the all the concepts like project oriented here. So first they will be taking with the very basic concepts here. Then it will be taken with the Excel related, database related. Then it will be taken with the end-to-end activity, and then it will be taken with the combinations here. We are getting starting from very basic part, and which it will be getting ending with the advanced level here. In case if the people are planning to keep any experience in the RPA, then it will be able to get that much of knowledge here. So to keep an experience on RPA, how much knowledge you have been required, that much knowledge of you will be gaining it by the completion of this particular timing here. Okay, and moreover, it's not like I'm dealing with the first batch with the RP or anything. Almost I have been already completed with the 15 batches I have been completed here. So yours batch will be the which I'm taking with the 16th batch which I'm dealing with here. Okay, so it's not like that I'm getting started taken with the first batch or the second batch here. I've been already completed with the 15 plus batches have been completed, which I'm getting starting with the 16th batch here. Okay, so it's like I can say you that by the end of this particular training, you guys will be getting with the confident to get work with the Blue Prism tool. If anyone is asking that automate any of the application with the help of the Blue Prism, you guys will be able to get automated that particular project with the help of the Blue Prism. So that much of knowledge you will be gaining it. Okay. Is it clear? Any other clarifications?
Whom to discuss the timings and all timings of the course?
The timings and all the things you will be getting from the respective folk, the guys will be approaching you. Okay. From the ITAS, they will be getting approaching you.
Sure.
So let me know in case of any technical questions if you are having it.
Just a question. Can we also integrate this particular tool with Jenkins CI/CD model?
No, we don't have. This is totally licensed tool. We don't have the possibility to get integrated with any of other automation tools here. It's not like any Selenium, like not like open source here, as it is totally different tool here. Okay, it's not like an automation. We are doing automation only, but we cannot say that it is a purely automation tool here. And moreover, as is totally related to the RPA and code free, we don't have the possibility to get integrate with any other automation tools here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, total individually will be working with the Blue Prism only.
Okay, but in that case, like, how do you want to execute the, let's say, multiple process simultaneously? Is there any
everything we got an inbuilt features here. So all the things already got implemented with the Blue Prism only. All those things we can do it here. So here itself we are having with the possibility. I can see here it is giving that what are the available process are there and what are the available resources are there. Available resources are nothing but available systems. In which system, which process need to be get executed, we can take with the control of that here. So everything will be getting controlled from the Blue Prism only. Okay. Not required to take with the help of any other third-party tools here. Whatever the features you want to be get implemented, we can get implemented with the help of the Blue Prism itself. Okay. Right. So this is about with the today's session here. This is what just to deliver the information. We have not done any technical things or anything. Just have been given the information like what exactly mean by this RPA and how exactly the course content related to the Blue Prism, how exactly our training is going on. So that is the details I have been given it here. Okay. So I can see you that we'll be getting started from the very basic level and very easily you will be able to learn with the tool. It's not like that much of difficulty when you compare with any other automation tools. Just everything is a drag and drop only. Just we need to be understand all the settings need to be done and now what are the futures we are having into the blue prism, that what we need to be get understand on it. So very easily we can easily learn with the tool. It's not like in that much of difficulty here. Okay. So in case of any technical questions, you can get ask me. Apart from technical questions, any other details, you can get touch with the iTask. Those guys will be helping out here. Okay. Clear about all the details? Okay, guys. If you don't have any questions, we can get exit from meeting. Okay. So any remaining details, I mean, any other details, you can get touch with the respective folks. Those guys will be the remaining details here, right?
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You joined 25.